In today's video, we're going to be unboxing and taking a look at the brand new FITBIT Luxe. Hey everyone, my name is Jeff, and on this channel I do all sorts of different tech tutorials, tips, and more, including reviewing Fitbit products. Today we're taking a look at the brand new FITBIT Luxe. And the FITBIT Luxe has been advertised by Fitbit as a stylish piece of jewelry that does fitness tracking, and I figured this is probably a little more suited for my wife, who's going to be helping me out with my video. This is my wife, Valerie. And what were you telling me earlier about my FITBIT Luxe?
I'm stealing it. Let's just be honest.
It's going to go to you?
Yes.
Okay. So since she's getting this thing anyway, she's going to go through unboxing it, having the fun of opening it up, and let's take a closer look at this.
So here we have the FITBIT Luxe. It includes a 6-month premium trial. It is a fitness and wellness tracker. They are not selling it as a smartwatch. They're selling it as a tracker. Here you can kind of see the quick icons as to what it does do. It still does sleep monitoring, still does heart rate. You can still receive messages on it. You can still do pretty much a lot of the things that the smartwatch does. So people smarter than me will tell you how and what it can't do. Give you a quick view of the box here. All right, and this is the soft gold stainless steel case and lunar white band. There's a tab. Tab. Hey, look, tab. Tab. It's tabulistic. Ta-da! It's a lovely white box. Thank you, Vanna. Ooh. There you have it. New to Fitbit. Download the app. Gonna yeet this out of here. Underneath the cover. Cover looks lovely. And we have this. Comes with a... What's in here? Behind box number 1
look at how it slides out.
is the band. Behind box number 2 is power. Checking this out. That's a fun little connector. Check that. Not sure if that's how the other ones are.
No, I think that's... I don't know. That might be different.
It's official. I'm keeping it. There we go.
So it comes pre-wrapped with just a little protective plastic on it.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
I'm just gonna see. Yeah, so it's a magnetic, very similar to the Sense and the Versa 3s.
Okay.
Where it just kind of suctions on, and that's how you charge it. USB connector. Quick start guide. Charge to 100%. Download, set up, and sync. Any issues, cry and complain. There's that. The product information guide. Welcome to the Fitbit family. That's it on that. Let's see if I can boot this thing up. This doesn't seem like it's really white.
No?
Is it me? Does that seem like a white band? That's like an off-white.
It's like a cream.
Yeah, that, like, look at the paper.
Yeah.
And look at the band.
Well, is it supposed to be like an ivory?
It says white band. They lie.
It is a lunar white band, so that's why it's kind of got that off-white.
Don't expect white. It's off-white. For those who actually can tell color.
I would say when you were showing it here, so the packaging is bright white.
Yep.
The band is, I would almost say like an ivory color.
It's like a grayish white.
It's like, it is, okay, I would agree with you.
Thank you. So I'm trying to see if I can get the bands off. There you go. The bands work just like the newer
Versa 3 and the Sense.
Yep.
Where it's just got that little clip on the bottom, and it's on both sides, so you can undo both sides of the tracker.
Maybe. There we go. Yep. So you can undo those.
So you get a replacement band, but this is just for...
No, that's for us larger ladies who need a bigger band.
Is this the larger one or the smaller one?
I'm fairly certain that's the larger one.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay, now we're in there. Now we have the larger band on.
Here's your quick start guide. So what does it say first step there?
Charged to 100%.
Charged to 100.
So Jeff, do you know who DD415 is?
No.
DD415 is the last person that found Tinker in one of the previous Tinker Forward videos.
What's Tinker?
Tinker the robot. He's a secret little guy hidden in all of our videos. This guy, but not the one on your shirt.
Okay, so he's going to pop up somewhere during this video?
Yes.
And he pops up in all the videos on this channel?
Yes.
So what happens if somebody watching this video finds Tinker?
I applaud them. No?
We can also add their name to the Tinker Forward Hall of Fame page and give them a shout out in one of our future videos if they're the first person to find Tinker and correctly mention the timestamp or the amount of time into this video that they spotted him popping up down in the comments section below, along with their best comment.
I can also applaud them. Make a whole video just about how to turn on your new Fitbit. Awake. Oh. So here you can see I did nothing, but it actually sent a signal to any phones that I have nearby, which in this case we have 3 of them.
And all 3 of them are getting some sort of a connect. That is supposed to be part of the... this is their brand new feature, the quick setup here. I thought it said.
All right, so I'm gonna click setup here. Switching. Yes, I do already have a Fitbit Sense connected, and I'm going to switch to the Luxe. Per my husband, I did sync my Sense just before doing this.
Because you can only have one Fitbit device linked on your Fitbit account at one time, so you're switching from the Sense to the Luxe now.
There's the lovely privacy policy, which means they track everything you do and everything you say. Boop. Charge your Luxe. Make it happen. So I'm going to keep going here. Found it. Here it is. 1854 is a good year. Maybe for bourbon.
Wow.
What? 1854. The Fitbit Luxe says it's pairing. Pairing complete. Wahaha.
So the Luxe has this color screen, which the Charge 4 and the Inspire, which are the other trackers right now by Fitbit, they do not have a full color screen. So I'm already noticing, like when I did the Charge 4 review, this is a much more vibrant screen, I would say. It's offering you a Fitbit protection plan. You're not
No, don't ever do it. Update your Luxe, 20 minutes. Thankfully, for the grace of YouTube, we won't make you sit here for 20 minutes.
So you're going to go ahead and do that. It's going to go through its process to update. We'll come back when it's done updating.
So we're back, and we've now charged our Fitbit to 100%. I am disconnecting from the charging cable, waking it up a little bit. Now shows me the time, so I know that it is actually fully charged, or at least charging. You can see on the back here it was doing a sensor reader. Ta-da! Little green light. I like that it's got the little icon of Fitbit there. That's fun. And now the ceremonial removal of the old Fitbit. So long, Sense. You've done well. We were commenting I have a lovely tan line from my Sense.
Are you going to be able to put this on with one hand?
No, maybe. So you're saying this is waterproof as well, correct?
Yes, according to Fitbit's website, this Luxe is waterproof up to 50 meters. So it also has swim tracking on it. So if you're going to take it swimming, it should be able to track your swimming.
So first off, I really like how light it is. It feels so much lighter.
Where's your Sense? Hold it up to the Sense there. Like, definitely a lot smaller footprint. So if you don't like the big watch, the big bulky watch, and you're looking for something that's just going to track your fitness, the fitness tracker of the Luxe is much smaller on your wrist.
And
very much like a bracelet.
And you can tell that by my lovely tan. So like the other one was going out to here. Definitely a lot more freedom on here. I do have the bigger wrist band on.
So we were measuring your wrist. What's the size of your wrist?
Yeah. My wrist is like 7 inches right there. I do have big wrists for a woman, but I am proud of my size.
And
so,
you would say that it's fitting comfortably on your wrist?
Yeah, I'm on the 4th nodule, which is actually the same nodule I was using on the Sense. So I would say the band is probably the same. We can compare that as well. So end to end, it's like a 9.5 inch wristband. So
this is the other smaller band, and that one's 4 inches.
Well, but from all the way around the wrist, it goes up to 8 on the smaller band. So the smallest we would have for a watch size would be 5.5 inches. And then the biggest it would range on the big one would be 9.5 inches. Comparing my Sense is about 9.5 inches where it first cuts off. So it's about the same size.
Let's just take a close look at the soft gold. You can kind of see the inline of the screen. Let's tap on it. We've got our full color AMOLED screen, very vibrant. What do you think of that?
I like it. So far it's really easy to read. I'm interested to see if you can change that interface at all.
So on the back, you can see where the charging ports were connecting. So one thing we noticed when charging it, it's got the magnetic where it just snaps on. But from just a display standpoint, you have to lay the Luxe down. I know when we're charging like our Sense and Versa 3 watches, the charger goes on the side and you can let it sit flat and you can see the readout on the screen. You can check the battery level. With the Luxe, it has to sit on its side. It's interesting to me that the charger goes straight out the back versus the other devices will usually charge off to the side, allowing you to lay it down so you can see the display and see how much battery life it has, things like that. With the Luxe, you have to fully lay it sideways. You have to pick it up in order to see the screen.
So now I am going to go into the Fitbit app and check out it says syncing your Luxe up at the very top. Luxe.
And you just clicked on account.
Yep. It does say battery's full here, synced just a moment ago. I do have the option to change clock faces, apps, how to use, and then accessories. So there's also select your notification options, reminders to move, health and wellness reminders, main goal is steps, wrist replacement is, I would like my wrist replaced. Wrist placement is on my non-dominant, and then exercise shortcuts. You can select up to 6 activities that you want to track on your Luxe. So I'm actually going to pick on notifications. So that is the text messages and the calls, calendar events, emails, and then app notifications. You can customize those. There are quick reply settings. So, okay, so messages. You can customize yes, no, sounds good, can't talk right now, and emojis. So you can customize those just like you can with the other Fitbits, which is good. All right, clock faces. So there's the image of what I have right now. There are different clock faces. Look at that.
So you clicked on the all clocks at the top of your screen, and do you want to see if you can just replace one with a different clock face here?
All right, so I'm going to select update complete. So here you can see I'm clicking through and you can see the date, my steps, heart rate,
distance, and the date. Yeah.
What's this one? Active steps or active
steps.
minutes.
Yep.
So that's all coming through with the customized app or customized clock face.
So how many would you say you have available there?
Let's start up top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looks like there's 20.
So you have 20 faces to choose from
right now.
Right now, and it just came out.
Yep. There's also apps. So these are the apps that are standard on there: notifications, exercise, alarms, settings, relax, and timers. And those are all the apps. To activate your apps on your watch, once you have it turned on, you can scroll to the left. You can see if you have messages. You can swipe up to read those messages. You can also do exercises. So there's walk, run, bike, swim, workout, treadmill. Those are all the default ones, and then you can always modify which exercises you want to track in the app on your phone. There is the 2-minute relax session where it tells you how to breathe, alarms, and timers. And then you're back to your splash screen. There are no squeezies or adaptive buttons on the sides. The only way you can do it is through the actual screen face. You can also scroll up here on your main screen. Here you can see I have 92% battery, the date, how many steps, miles, active minutes, calories, hours of activity, heart rate, and resting BPM. There is also sleep, menstrual health, and exercise. So to start an exercise, you're going to swipe until you go to the exercises, and then I'm going to say I'm going to go for a walk. Hit go. It will keep track of your pace, time. You can pause it. Pace average, heart rate, calories, steps, and the actual clock time.
Cool.
And miles. Zone minutes. All that good stuff.
So when you're done, how do you finish?
You scroll up, you hit the pause button. You have the option to return or finish. I'm going to finish that workout. And then it provides all your stats at the end.
You should really walk for more than 32 seconds.
I got better things to do.
So from the dashboard of the FITBIT Luxe, you've also got the options where you have your notifications that you can set up. And you were saying, Val, that was set up automatically with the quick setup. You already had your notifications connected. You can set your reminders to move. So in here you can choose to turn those on and off, as well as choose what days you want those and your start and end time. You can go into that and customize that. You can also set your step goal. You can change it to distance, calories, or active minutes. So if we wanted to change it to distance, we can do that. You have your wrist placement and then your exercise shortcuts. So you can select up to 6 activities that you want to track on the Luxe. Walk, run, bike, swim, workout, treadmill, all shortcuts in use. So you can swipe left on any shortcuts that you don't want. So we can get rid of the treadmill. I can also go to the plus sign up top. I can add in all these other exercise shortcuts that they have. So if we were going to add in tennis, we'll go ahead and add to Luxe, and now tennis is on our list. I can also choose to tap and hold down on these bars, and then that allows me to reorder any of these shortcuts. So if I want to bring tennis closer to the top, I can do that. So the Luxe says that it has a 5-day battery life. So that would tell me that it depletes the battery 20% each day. To see your battery, you can just scroll up from the bottom, which is what you did. Your battery is currently at 91%. So in some of my other reviews, I've taken a look at the Fitbit Charge 4, which does have the ability to, one, use music like Spotify that you can stream into the watch and use it in conjunction with your phone. You cannot do that on the Luxe. The other thing is the Luxe does not have any contactless payment system. So there's no way to store a credit card and make payments using the Luxe. That was something else that was available on the Charge 4. Those options are not available on the Luxe. So another piece of vital information is if you're planning on buying this fitness tracker and you want it to track your actual location of where you're doing your walk or your run for your exercise, this device does not have built-in GPS. You have to have your phone with you and the Luxe synced up to your phone or your device in order for it to track the location of your walk or run. Otherwise, it will not do that if you leave your phone at home. If that's not a big deal to you, this is still going to track things like your distance, your steps, all that without needing to take your phone with you. But Fitbit does have other devices like their Fitbit Charge 4, which does have built-in GPS and is somewhat comparably priced to the Luxe. You do get that capability where you can leave your phone at home and it's going to location track you with the built-in GPS, whereas the Luxe does not have that capability. So we're on the Fitbit dashboard and we're taking a look at the stress management because that's one of the features of the Luxe.
So it's brand new. These are my scores from when I was wearing the Sense, but you can do a how are you feeling, and I'm going to say today I am stressed. I had a lot of meetings at work today. Logging the reflection. It's going to record that I am that, but it does not have any results yet. So I'll check back in a day or two to see where my stress scores are at. So other items in the dashboard that you can use on your Fitbit Luxe. I'm currently part of a work week hustle. That's where you can compete against your friends to see who has the most steps. We just went over the stress management. There's also tracking your mindfulness. You can wear your Fitbit to bed and it will track your sleep goal. But because this is new, I have not recorded sleep with the Luxe yet. There's exercise. It's tracking your heart rate, how often you are moving, your menstrual cycle. There's also weight management. There's tracking how much water you've drank, logging your food, and your health metrics, all available within the app, even though not all of it is available on the tracker itself.
So future Jeff, I'm here a couple days later recording after we've done the previous recording because I wanted to show you some of the results. I ganked Val's Fitbit Luxe as well as her phone, don't tell her, and I just wanted to show you so she was able to wear this to bed so it would record her sleep activity. And you can see your sleep score right on the Luxe as you scroll down in this Fitbit Today area where it shows you snapshots of your activity, your heart rate. Once you've worn it to bed, it records your sleep. So you can then see your sleep, the amount of time you've slept, as well as it'll show you a sleep score. So she got an 84, which is good. And that's kind of your snapshot of your sleep score. What you can do from that point, if you want to see more information, is jump over to the Fitbit app, which I've got her. I stole her phone as well. I've got her Fitbit app right here, and as we scroll down, this is on the dashboard, you'll see Workweek Hustle, Stress Management. There's this Wear Your Fitbit to Bed. And if I click on this, so this also shows the sleep data, and here's that 84 from the snapshot we saw. If I tap on this, I can see more specifics on awake time, REM, light, and deep sleep, and it kind of shows it charted out. It also tells you the amount of time. This is all information that you can get by just using the regular Luxe. I know there's a lot of talk about how you have to have the Fitbit Premium subscription. You don't need that to see this information. However, if you sign up for Fitbit Premium, it gives you even more specific and stats. But in my opinion, and I would say my wife's opinion as well, you don't need Fitbit Premium. It still gives you a lot of great information without the subscription. Now, the other thing that is cool about the Luxe is that it also has a sensor in it where it will track your SpO2, which is your blood oxygen level reading. And your blood oxygen level also can help kind of guide you to being healthier. So having that information is good. Fitbit on their website says there's going to be a clock face that you'll install on the Luxe, and that will just tell you right away a snapshot of what your SpO2 reading is. Now, in going through the watch face options in the app, as of today, this is late June 2021, there still wasn't a clock face available allowing us to see the snapshot of the SpO2, but I did notice it is tracking that information. So again, under this sleep area, if you scroll down past all the sleep information, it does give you the estimated oxygen variation, your blood oxygen saturation information here, but eventually you'll be able to see a snapshot of that on the Luxe. Just not sure when they're releasing that clock face. Depending on when you're watching this video, that may be something that's already come out.
Okay, so I did just receive a text message from my husband. I actually just woke up my watch. You can see that the notification came on right away. And then I can click on that.
You're not going to read it?
Hi, honey. Do you mind if I hang out with the guys tonight until 11 or so? I love you. You are the best wife in the world. I can either choose to mark it as read. I can add an emoji. I can send it to my phone. I'm going to add a emoji of a thumbs up. That's going to send that text message back to my husband.
And I got it.
And I can see here, even on my phone, it responds that my hubby has now received my thumbs up.
So I'm interested to know, what are your thoughts about the Fitbit Luxe? Val, what do you think so far since you've been just starting using out the Luxe?
So far so good. Honestly, I don't really use the Fitbit Pay, and I don't use the answering the phones, those types of things, through my Fitbit Sense, and I don't use a lot of the senses that I paid extra for on the Sense. So having kind of more of a trimmed down watch that really just keeps track of time, I can still track my workouts, I can track my steps. It's all I'm really looking for. This is a great way. Plus I can still respond to text messages. It's a win-win, and it's a lot lighter, and I think a little bit more stylish than the larger Fitbits.
As far as a comfort level, how comfortable does it feel? Is it pulling on your wrist at all? Does it feel soft?
It feels pretty soft. Again, like, because it is smaller, it doesn't rub as much on my wrist bones, which I like. I know you're supposed to wear your Fitbit a little bit higher on your arm. I don't really like having my Fitbit super high, so having it thinner seems to make it a little bit easier to put it in the spot that is most comfortable to me. I'm curious to see how much it will spin if I put it on too loosely, because there's not a whole lot like resistance there. It's pretty light, it's pretty easy to wear. I'm happy.
So if you've got any questions or comments, let us know down in the bottom comments section below. And if you enjoyed this video, take a second right now, smash that like button, as it helps out this video as well as this channel. My name is Jeff. This is my wife, Valerie. We hope this has given you a good insight to the unboxing and setting up the Fitbit Luxe. I plan on doing some follow-up videos on the Luxe to give you more helpful tips and information. And if you don't want to miss any of those videos, be sure to take a second right now, hit that subscribe button, that little notification bell. You'll get notified every time I release new videos. As always, I appreciate you watching. Be sure to make every day awesome, and I will see you in the next video.